48-35, your final. In our Best One Tire broadcast booth, Trey Reamer, Sherman Owen to my left, Coach Stewart here on my right. And we were saying we might have to get you a Valium. You were a little pumped up there on that sideline, but hey.
That last one.
It was
Hold the ball.
Hey, yeah, it's good. Hey, you guys get the win. What's your just immediate thoughts following the game?
I'm glad we won.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the game. We were up by 1.5. Versus a really good team. Carmi won 20-plus games last year. They lost one player off that team. Ryder's a load down low. You have to pay a lot of attention to her. Coralie did a fantastic job. Kaylee Key did a fantastic job on those two girls. I don't know what number 4. I thought she had 12. I thought Smo did a really good job on her tonight, and Simmons had 8. And they have a big 3, but I told you guys it was going to be tough. I knew it was, and everyone else is like, well, you beat Frankfurt by 40, and they beat Frankfurt by 2. What I've come to learn is when people play, they get to play us.
Yeah.
And that's just not me. I don't even know how to put this, but there's just a lot of people that want to beat us.
Mm-hmm.
And you
always want to beat the good teams.
And it is, and part of it is because these girls grow up, and we've been good at the junior high level. So it's like you lose in 6th grade, you lose in Harrisburg 7th grade, you lose in 8th grade, you lose freshman, you lose and then and junior high is totally different because you have kids that don't play in junior high that you play in high school. Like Carbondale's freshman, we would never see her in junior high, and even most sophomores. If you're in junior high, you pretty much play all 8th graders. You may play some 7th graders. But that's just 2 classes. In high school, one of the best players in the South is the girl from Carbondale. She's a freshman. She's in 5th grade when those girls are in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Marion has 2 really good freshmen. Those girls are in 5th grade when our seniors are in 8th. You don't see those girls. High school's totally different. But, and teams are going to do things that they don't normally do against other teams, and you just got to get through it.
Talk about the start to the game. It couldn't have been a better start, couldn't it?
No, and we wanted to jump out and get off to a hot start, and it could have been even hotter if we would execute a little bit more on the defensive end and rotate it better on the defensive end, and honestly hit some bunnies. We won by 10 against a really good team, and I feel like we missed a lot of shots we normally don't miss.
19 for 44 from the field. You guys were total out-rebounded in this one, 30-27. That number looks a lot better than it did at half, and that was probably the big difference in that first half, wasn't it? Them on the boards.
Yes, and we that's like one of our keys. Run your offense completely through, because we knew that Ryder would have a tough time guarding someone just because she's a post, and we don't have posts really. Number 2 was rebound. And if you don't rebound, guys, it's going to be tougher. So we did a better job of that in the second half and pulled it out.
Seemed like first half, especially that first minute of the ball game, it was very up-tempo for Harrisburg. It looked like we was pushing the ball very well. Seemed like in the second half maybe we slowed the tempo down a little bit more, got better looks at the basket and scored a little bit more points and got better shots. Was that part of it?
Yeah, we had to kind of switch our game plan a little bit. We want to press and get after them and wear them down. And I thought the third quarter, I told the girls, this is the quarter that you have to separate because they're tired. And I thought at times we played tired, and I don't know why, but whatever. But we did. We separated when we had to in the third quarter. I think we went in the fourth up by 9.
I think
10.
not
10.
10, yeah.
We were up by 10, and the game's over.
Yeah.
If you come down and you run your offense and you take care of the ball, the game's over.
Yeah.
If you're up by 10 going in the fourth, that's how I feel. No stupid plays. No stupid passes, and the other team has to score 11 points to beat you. So, in my opinion, you're up by 8 or up by 10 with 8 minutes to go. The game should be over. Go down, get a stop and a rebound, run your offense, and we did that. Kaylee made a fantastic pass to Smo. She gets a layup over here, and then we got it to 14, and then we just did stuff uncharacteristically that we don't do. And we ran Galesburg against Carbondale, who has athletes like crazy, and we ran it perfectly against them tonight. We was like, what are we doing? So
well, lastly, how big was it? Because it was 25-24 for 4 minutes of that third quarter. They took a lot of shots. If they make those, and you guys didn't. I mean, that's a different ball game. We might be talking differently. How big was it for your defense there in that third quarter?
It was huge, and like you said, and they did miss. There's a stretch there where I'm like, they had good looks
Yeah.
that they just missed, and I mean, I felt like we did the same thing in that stretch. Like we just had, I felt like we did that, but way before that, we were up 6 or 7, or we were up 7. We could not build it to 8 or 9 or 10, and we missed layup, and those things are going to happen. We play 31 games. You're going to have games where you have to win 48-38. You're not going to blow everybody out,
Right.
especially with our schedule. Again, Carmi is a fantastic team. They won 24, 25 games last year, right? They lost one player off that team. Ryder's back. Simmons is back. Elliott's back. Smith is back.
Yep.
Those 4 kids are back.
Yeah.
They're a good team. We just had to grind one out, and we did.
Well, take the day off tomorrow.
Exactly. Sure.
Full. Enjoy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you Friday night against AJ.
All right, 2 more. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Coach. They're going to try to win this tournament again as Jake Stewart and his team. They win it tonight 48-38. We'll take another break. We'll be back.